Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Save File Podcast. We're on episode 24, and I bring you Sharbs.
What's up?
And I bring you Josh, who is back.
By popular demand.
And me, who happens to be the sideline guy.
Anf is cool, I guess. That's my favorite part about that comment.
It's alright.
Alright.
I'm not offended by it.
Alright, I want to get cracking straight into it, okay?
Okay.
So, do any of you follow Hard Drive, the Hard Drive mag on Twitter?
No, I don't need to. You post enough of it.
Yeah.
They're fucking hilarious. I love it. I love what they do. Anyway, on the, let me check, 12th of February 2019, they wrote an article, and for those that don't know, the Hard Drive is all satire. Like, it's not, like, serious. But they wrote an article with the headline, Blizzard gives employees box with 8.3% chance of containing a pink slip. Obviously in a reference to Blizzard and their love of loot boxes. And,
Yeah.
Jason Schreier tweeted on March 16th, 2021. More on today's Activision Blizzard layoffs. Dozens of people at the whole company were impacted, not just live events. In addition to 90 days severance and a year of health benefits, and this is true, according to Jason Schreier, laid off staff received $200 BattleNet gift cards. They got gift cards as part of being laid off.
Oh, that's not great.
Hey guys, sorry we're fucking you over. Here's a gift card so you can spend more money playing our products and let's be real. There are going to be people who use that money, buy their games, and then have to deal with loot box bullshit.
Yeah, that's just spiteful, man. It's so spiteful.
What arrogance. To be fine and be like, don't worry, bro. I got it.
We hope you still play games on BattleNet.
Yeah, hope you like fucking WoW and nothing else.
But, like, how ballsy do you have to be to, like, not only lay off a whole bunch of people, but give them BattleNet gift cards?
It's the equivalent of being laid off from McDonald's and then going, don't worry, bro. You can get one free McFlurry.
It's like being fired from Super Cheap Auto and then given like $10 gift cards for your like fucking.
No, it'd be like getting $200 gift cards from Super Cheap.
Yeah, I know, right? It's just like it's not a great thing to do.
But Super Cheap has everything low and much, much more. So, but BattleNet doesn't have anything.
Jeez.
BattleNet, like, let's be real. If you don't have, if you're not into any Blizzard games, you're very limited to what you can spend BattleNet money on.
Well, let's see. There's Overwatch.
Yes.
WoW, Diablo, and StarCraft. That's not great. Also, they could have used actual money for actual food.
BattleNet does host, I think, a couple of Activision games. I believe it hosts Call of Duty.
Does it have Destiny?
No. When Bungie split from Activision, soon after that, they took Destiny off and put it on Steam.
I see, okay. I was going to say, I remember Destiny being on there at some point.
Yeah. I actually want to talk about Destiny, but...
You got to talk about Destiny? You guys talked about Destiny for a bit last podcast.
Did we? I don't even remember, man. I'm the most, like, forgetful fucking person.
What context is brought up? Oh, it's because of Anthem.
Oh, yeah, that's right. But no, now I have to talk about actual Destiny, right?
It's your destiny.
So... Shut the fuck up, Ant. But, okay, so Josh has not been on often, so I don't know, I don't think he knows about this, but I got back into playing Destiny, right?
Oh.
Now, for a little context, I played throughout the first year of content from the first Destiny. So I did Vanilla Game, Dark Below, and I believe House of Wolves was the next one. And that one didn't have a raid, so I'm like, what a shitty expansion, and I just stopped playing after that. And like, so did, most of the group. But Ethan, Jack, and Clinton have been playing Destiny 2 for the last, like, couple years on and off, and now they've been getting really back into it. And so I got a message from one of our other mates, George, and I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll get back into it. Recently, they gave Destiny a PS5 upgrade, so I've been playing it. You know, it looks great, 4K, 60 FPS, and all that. But for a game, look, I get it. It's a game that sort of requires you to sort of be playing from the start to know everything.
Right.
But I jumped into Destiny 2. I think this is their 4th year of content. It is fucking impossible to know what you're doing. Like, they've completely changed how the game starts. And so much stuff has happened. And it just feels like you're so late to the party they gave you a completely different campaign. And here's the best part. Bungie said, okay, we're going to make the first year of content for Destiny free. And that was, to be honest, the only reason I gave it a thought of getting into it, because I wasn't going to pay full price on the PSN store for, you know, Destiny 2.
Wait. There's a Destiny 2?
That's what we're talking about, Destiny 2.
Oh.
Destiny 2 existed for a while now.
Yeah.
Oh my god, how out of the loop am I?
Jeez.
No, but get this, yeah. So they said, we're going to make the first year of content free on all platforms. And I'm like, alright, fucking yeah. Like, I'll give it a shot and, you know, we'll see how it is. Because Destiny's one of those games where it's got a lot of stupid little design issues, but it's got a fantastic core loop. The actual running and gunning feels great.
Right.
But lo and behold, they've retired a whole bunch of the old content. So you hop in, you play like 4 missions, and it's like, psych, download the DLC. And
oh my god! Wait, they're retired, like, so it's gone.
Yeah, you can't play. There's like, I think the first expansion was called the Red War. That was the first like year of it. Most of it's gone.
That's not great.
No, like, look, in Bungie's defense, they've retired it, but they have said they're going to bring it back in a way. And I'm like, you know what? You would think that when they gave it the PS5 upgrade and they made the first year free, you'd think like, oh, okay, well, they're gonna let people play through the game from start to up until the end of the first year, and they just don't. There's like, for a game where it's got such a good core loop, I really feel like that's sort of the only thing that really like makes me enjoy Destiny, because the design of the game is horrid. The UI it's just horrible. There's so many menus you got to go through. I just can't understand what went through their mind. Even the tower, which is like your hub world, right?
Right.
In the old Destiny, everything was like within eyeshot of each other. If you went to the Postmaster, you could see the Cryptarch, you could see like everything. Like it took you 30 seconds to go from like one vendor to another.
Right.
Now, the tower is so big you can fast travel to different points of it.
Oh my god, no!
Oh man, and the worst thing is it's not even a simple layout anymore. There's like 3 stories to it, but certain stories are only available from certain areas. It looks horrid. Like, there is so much shit there. And then to top it off, there's like so many more things there like to do, and it doesn't explain a lot of things. Like, in the old game, right, you got your weapons and your armor used to have power levels. And they still have power levels in Destiny 2, but now there's armor mods, and weapon mods, and ghost mods. And the game doesn't tell you this shit if you're booting it up for the first time. It just tells you, hey, by the way, you might want to mod your ghost so you get more shit out of it. And that's it. I don't know what the mod does. I don't know what I need. It gave me an engram, and like in the first Destiny, you'd get an engram, you went to the Cryptarch, and they would be able to like decipher it and give you whatever it is. In this game, I got an engram. I'm like, holy shit, this is awesome. Let me go and, you know, get it fixed. Went to Master Raoul, who like sort of, you know, decodes it. Lo and behold, I don't have enough legendary shards to decipher it. Where I get legendary shards from, I don't know. The game hasn't told me. And, like, there's so many more
This
things.
just sounds painful.
It's so painful. Ever since I, like, booted up the game, I've been talking to Clinton and Jack non-stop, asking them what the fuck to do. It is so painfully badly designed. And here's my favorite, this is my favorite thing that's happened, right? I was playing through, I was just, messing around on Earth, and I was doing a strike, and I got something called, I believe it was an Umbral Engram, and I'm like, what in the hell is this? Because you go to the Cryptarch, and he doesn't even, like, look at it. So I asked Jack and Clinton, they're like, oh, you gotta go to this guy. And I'm like, well, I'm looking on my map, he's not in the tower, I can't find him. They're like, yeah, it's in the top left. I'm like, there's nothing in the top left. And then Clinton goes, oh, I think you need the DLC for him. So they let you get the engram, but they won't let you actually get whatever the hell it is, unless you buy the DLC.
Oh, that's a little scummy. That feels wrong.
It's just so fucking irritating. I came back to Destiny, and like, when Destiny 2 came out, all I heard from multiple publications, all I heard from my friends that were playing it, all everyone was saying is, this is so much better as an experience than the first one. I didn't buy it because I was burnt out of Destiny. And then it's just so... They've made it so much more complex, but they haven't explained it like remotely as much as the first one. The first one, there wasn't much to explain.
It as bad is if you played it from the start.
Yeah, like, it's tough because it's like they like, the first game was simple because you just wore whatever gave you the highest number, but right, now it's like super complex, and not only do you wear what the highest number is, but you also have to check for mods. Like, the actual weapons rarity doesn't matter as much anymore in the early game. In Destiny 1, you didn't get exotic weapons, which are the highest, like, tier of weapons, until you were, like, level 20 plus. Now I'm level 3, and I've got, like, my first exotic, but I've got rare weapons, which are below exotics. Actually, it goes exotic, then legendary, then rare. And I've got rare weapons that have a higher power level, and I'm just like, what's the point of this?
Well, what's the point of having a system?
Why would you give me an exotic so early and then make it underpowered? The whole point of an exotic...
I would say that it's trying to entice you. Like, oh, here's this thing that was really hard to get before, but it's just not as good.
It's... Alright, here's the thing. I once had an argument with a good friend of mine, right? Named Tanner. Right. Because he was madly into Destiny. And one thing he said was, oh yeah, Destiny's got loads and loads and loads of cool guns. But the only truly unique guns were exotics. All the guns that were not exotic, or even legendary, were just a assault rifle with random perks thrown at it.
Right, like the Borderlands model.
Yeah, so essentially they would have like a list of perks. Once you get the weapon, the game like rolls the dice and it gives you a random set of perks. And like, I get it, it's fun, but it's not really thousands of unique weapons.
I mean, like, not technically.
Like, that's the thing, right? And for games that had such a big budget and such backing, like, Activision was the publisher throughout the development of both Destiny and Destiny 2. And I'm like, if you have the resources Activision gives you when you can't pull this off, like...
I think I don't know what difficult, but I think that what might have happened was they had such a large budget that it kind of fucked them over in like a really strange way.
Man,
I think they played it too fast and loose. Well, I mean, the story didn't get into the first one.
No. That's not why the story didn't get into the first one. The problem with the story in the first one was, long story short, from what I remember, the guy that was writing the story, essentially, I don't know if he left Bungie or they got rid of him, but he took the story with him.
Oh, shit.
And, this was like, I think we're only like, I think it was a year and a half left in development. there was so much to the story of Destiny 1, and then it just never materialized in the final product.
Yeah, but it was still sort of there.
Sort of.
Weird collect of these cards way.
Okay, I'm going to say this right now. For anyone who ever makes a game, if your story for the game requires me to open a browser or a companion app, you fucked up. You've absolutely fucked up. I used to have, bro, my mates used to talk about the lore of Destiny, and I used to be like, I have no idea what you're on about. They'd be like, oh, don't you read the Grimoire cards? I'm like, no, because it's not in the game.
It's not like fucking Dark Souls where you can just look at the item.
Every item has like a description in Destiny,
right?
And like some weapons would have like lore to them, but
right.
some of them just sounded really cool. They didn't really have lore. Like Clinton's favorite gun is a revolver called the Last Word.
Yep.
And you fired it like a cowboy. Like you cock the hammer back with your hand and everything.
You said the last bullet's more powerful or something?
No, it's more powerful if you fire it from the hip.
Oh, okay.
That's what it is. Right? So, awesome gun and everything. Do you know what the description is?
This is a gun.
Alright. I'll tell you the description. Tell me how much lore you get from it.
Yep.
It's called The Last Word, and its description is, not mine, yours. Sounds badass, but I don't know anything about the backstory of the gun. Like, it sounds great, and it fits the gun, but if you're not going to put the lore there, like they do in Dark Souls, behind the weapon, then you have to put it somewhere else, and they decided to put it in the Grimoire cards, which aren't in the game.
Yeah, that's not great. It's not a good way of telling a story.
But, I mean, what's done is done. And Destiny got better over time. Like, the Taken King, which was, I think, like the last major expansion for the first Destiny, was fantastic, and it was the reason people looked forward to Destiny 2, because it got better and better, and everyone said, alright, Destiny 1 had its teething problems, let's see what Destiny 2 did. And Destiny 2 got a lot of praise, critically. It was getting, like 8s and 9s out of 10, it was in that sort of range. I mean, yeah, the bar was pretty low from Destiny 1, but at the same time, the bar was getting higher and higher, because they were doing better and better with each expansion. I just felt like to come back to Destiny 2 and look forward to the running and gunning is one thing, but there's so much bullshit that goes along with it that the game doesn't tell you, and it just ruins the experience.
Yeah, so in conclusion, Destiny equals bad. I think we got that.
Yeah, I mean, look, I want to play it. I really, really, really want to download the DLC. But there's no point in downloading the first DLC because half that content's no longer in the game.
God, that's not great. It's not great that it would still charge you for it. Shouldn't they just if they're going to retire the DLC, couldn't they at least make it free?
Well, I mean, the thing behind that is the content might not be in there, but things like the weapons still are.
So I guess, yeah, but it still feels like if they're going to retire most of the content, they should just make it free.
No, I agree with you. Actually, you know what the weirdest thing is, right?
Yeah.
The latest expansion for Destiny costs $60 on the PSN store, right? Which is perfectly fine.
Right.
Because apparently, as long as it has $60 worth of content, that's fine. I'm happy to pay that.
Yep.
There's a special edition for $104, right? Now, here's the thing. This is digital. So it's not like, when WoW releases an expansion, they have like a massive physical box.
Yeah.
God knows what.
I don't think they do that anymore.
No, they do still do special editions for WoW.
Yeah, but I don't think the box exists anymore, the physical stuff.
No, it does.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they did it for the last expansion.
Really? I haven't seen a WoW box in a really long time.
Yeah, but I just heard your fiance being like,
yeah. She's the WoW expert, of course.
But with Destiny, it's a physical a digital expansion. What are you getting for $104? And I looked it up. You get what the equivalent of a player card is. Skins for your weapon, and a sparrow, which is a little bike you can ride around on. It doesn't have guns.
Like a mouse. Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like a mount. So I'm like, where's the extra like $40-something gone? It's gone to a shitty bike you can't use during the missions.
Oh, that's not fun.
Like, I don't know, man. Like, to be honest, I feel like gamers are like way too easy on developers.
They're the most depressed group in society.
Gamers are way too easy on developers, man.
Are you sure about that?
No. Let me explain. When I say gamers, I mean like gamers in general, not the fucking psychos that send death threats. Never do that.
I was gonna say, like,
but no offense, if you bought a car from Toyota and the engine didn't work, you'd take it back and get your full fucking refund.
Yeah, no, definitely.
With gamers, companies release games that are broken with bullshit loot boxes, 55 times monetization than they need, and gamers still have the balls to go, yeah, they'll iron out the bugs.
Yeah, it's fine. It'll be good later.
Like, man, it's ridiculous. I like rarely pre-order games now. I have to go through like a federal police checklist before I pre-order a fucking game. And honestly, it's so much better because I don't buy games with bullshit in them anymore. Like Destiny, I got that for free. It's man, I don't know what, like, I honestly think that the biggest problem in games in itself is like publisher greed. Because what happens is publishers go and they tell their investors, oh, we sold this amount of, games.
Yeah, that's pretty much the all that matters.
We made this much money. And then what the publishers do, they go there and they tell the investors, if you keep investing in us, we're going to double your profit.
Yeah, we're going to keep selling this amount of games.
It's going to keep going up. They never say we're going to stay... They never say we're going to flatline. They say, oh yeah, we're going to sell more and more and more and more and more. Like, I don't know if you heard... Did you hear the statement from Take-Two?
No.
Take-Two
Remind me
came out
what
with the
Take-Two
statement.
makes.
Oh, well, Take-Two are the parent company of Rockstar Games and 2K Sports.
Okay, yep, no, exactly.
Yeah. So, Take-Two, a while back, when they came out with NBA 2K21, they priced... I'm going to use United States pricing here.
Okay.
The US price for Take-Two's NBA 2K21 on the PS4 was $60, which is like standard for the US.
Yeah, that's their like standard game.
On the PS5, and this is the same thing with Xbox, by the way. With the PS5, they charge $70.
Yeah, I've already seen, even here, like PS5 games are like $110.
No, even more. They go for like $125.
Yeah.
Go on EB Games right now if you want and look up PS5
Okay,
games.
I will look up PS5.
It's
You can
Really
ridiculous.
fucking ridiculous prices.
After
You
a
guys
massive amount of backlash, Take-Two came out earlier in the week and they said, we felt like gamers were ready to pay an extra $10 for games.
Yeah, no, the Ratchet
And
and Clank game is
fucking hate
$125.
Yep.
Wow, that is not great. Gamers are ready.
It's fucking irritating because it's like... The one argument I hate hearing on this topic is when people say, oh, but games were this price for like the last 30 years.
Well, fucking shit, it's not.
And they haven't inflated, so we need to inflate the amount of money for the game. It's like, yeah, I see what you're doing. But games can now be monetized way more than they could 30 years ago.
Well, was NBA 2K the game that had like integrated ads?
They've had integrated ads. It's even worse, right? So on the PS5, at the reveal event, NBA 2K21 was one of the games shown.
Yep.
Now, by that logic, you would assume that, well, if they're showing... Of course, it was like a pre-rendered trailer, but when Sony and Microsoft both talk about how powerful and fast these consoles are, like the PS5's SSD is fantastic, on 2K, what 2K Sports did was they slowed down the load time so you'd have to watch a full ad before you could play the game.
Wait, really?
Yeah. When they had integrated ads before all the backlash, they literally would slow down how fast you could load into the game.
the audacity of like making you pay full price and then putting ads in it. Even like the shittiest mobile games only ask for like $5.
Not just that, man. I've seen mobile games that ask as little as like 99 cents.
Yes, okay, we'll remove all the ads forever if you give me $2.
Yeah, but the thing was, those mobile games are free to jump into when they come packed with ads like that. Yeah, 99 times out of 100, it's a game you've got on the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store, and it's free to play. And then they show you ads, which I understand.
Yeah, I'm completely fine with seeing ads in the game.
But when I'm paying $125 for a game, then they have the balls to show me ads. That's the point where I jump off. Honestly, I used to buy 2K every year. I'm a huge basketball fan. All the 2Ks from 2K11 to 2K20, I bought every year. Even before 2K11, I bought 2K every couple years. I had 2K5, 7, and 9 on PS2. What the fuck are they doing with the game?
Well, honestly, I mean, like, it was a cash grab before.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
I mean, and sports games, unfortunately, they made them every year.
Sports games
every single year.
Sports games have a massive image problem among, I'm using air quotes here, hardcore gamers.
I mean, yeah, they do, but like, it's kind of earned. If they get released every single year and they don't seem to like, I know that they're kind of in the corner because they're trying to replicate a real sport. You can't exactly like innovate when you do that.
Yeah. But, like, it's tough, but...
Yeah. But, like, it just feels like... If there was, like, one every generation, I don't think people would care.
Yeah.
Like, it was just like, it comes out and every year they have, like, a roster.
I mean, look, I don't mind them releasing year to year in some cases. So, like, for 2K Sports and EA FIFA, they had My Career and The Journey, respectively, which had their own stories to them. They were like a story mode for a game, you know what I mean? And each, at least I can say My Career in 2K, because I don't play FIFA that much. In 2K, every year, they put like new things in. Like in 2K11, you were able to like sign to Jordan brand. And then in 2K12, they added more brands. And then like they gradually kept expanding to you could get other endorsements. Now, it's at a point where you have a hub world. You can go to training, you can go to the gym. You can go like play street ball games. Like they've created so much. If you look at 2K21's The City, and I don't mind that, but at the same time, it's packed with ads. Like it's ridiculous. All you get are ads for the My Team gift packs, and they're fucking like insanely expensive. If you want to buy a box of them, which have 10 packs, you can only buy it with VC.
So it has ads, its own currency, and loot boxes.
Yeah. Every time I hop in the menu now in 2K21, because I have packs that are unopened, there's like a little thing on the screen, and it's like, you have unopened packs. I'm like, oh, fuck off. It's ridiculous. It's legitimately like... How do I put this? It's straight up like gatekeeping content from you in a way.
Well, it is. They don't want you to play.
Have you heard about the EA scandal?
Of course, but no.
So certain EA employees were caught essentially guaranteeing people certain players in Ultimate Team if they paid them money.
Oh, God.
So, for these packs, we've been over them. And sorry, because I know I'm talking a heap. I'm ranting so much.
No, go on.
But Ultimate Team works, right? And, like, occasionally they release special packs. So, they might be, like, Team of the Year, Team of the Season. And, like, they'll do that for, for all, like, the biggest players in the world and the biggest teams in the world. But they're only available for limited time in some cases. So, what some EA employees were doing were they were taking money from players and in return guaranteeing them certain cards. So if you really want like this 99 overall player, then they'd like you could pay an EA employee and they would make sure your account gets that player.
I could not. Of course, that exists. That's fucking ridiculous. But also,
Yep.
I do remember there being. I can't remember what game it was, but the scandal about the fact that I think it was Battlefront. They would monitor accounts that would spend money and actively like tweak their odds in real time.
Yeah.
That was really fun.
I mean, you know what the best part is about this whole EA scandal? It shows how quick EA can fix a problem when they try. Because the moment EA found out about this, they went all in on stopping it. Because they're not seeing a bit of the money. So I
think they did it. I did think they did it not only because they weren't getting the money, but that could get them banned in the countries.
Yeah, so from memory, they straight up like dealt with the employees. They fixed up the accounts. And I'm like, wow, so you can fix things really quick, and you know when it affects your money, but when it doesn't, you just like
it's not
don't give a shit about it.
It's not profitable for them to make a good experience. It's not profitable to make a good experience. They are just there to create what is essentially a gambling system around pretty lights.
Anf is like in the background, probably eating popcorn, listening to me.
Just like yeah, go on. You're having your monologue. Your 30-minute monologue.
Yeah, I quit, guys. I quit.
All right, it's all right. You know, I mean, it's just Anf. Actually, no,
nothing of value lost.
I'm sorry. Before Anf quits, we need to have a bit of a discussion. Right. Because yesterday Anf brought up the fact it was a tweet where someone had tweeted, and they go, "I really want Nintendo to have like an achievement or trophy system."
Right.
And we have a bit of a discussion. We had a bit of a discussion about that. So, Anf, you want to talk about it?
Yeah, I was joking about quitting.
I know you were joking about quitting. Idiot. No, but I mean, like...
I wasn't joking before.
I know, but, like, why do you seriously feel like Nintendo need an achievement system?
Well, it gives you sort of more like an incentive to, like, keep playing.
I'm going to be honest, I agree with Ant. I think Nintendo needs an achievement system.
So, like, you would go through...
Are you a completionist, Josh?
No, I'm the least completionist video game. You can ask, like, Lex or anyone who's ever played a game with me. I am not a completionist. No.
Yeah, I'm the same. I, like, play a game,
fucking everything that you have as soon as you get it. As soon as you get something cool, like a usable item, you're like, what does this do? And then waste it.
So yes, no, I'm not a completionist, not even slightly.
Me neither. But you know, I just sort of play games and I do what I just think is fun in games. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like most of the time, I'll play the story, do some side quests, and then I'll move on to the next game. I can't trophy hunt. But
no, I know Anf is a bit of a. He's been getting those platinums.
Yeah, like really. Near Automata, where you can pay for them.
Yeah, I bought trophies.
That's the best fucking system.
Bro, I sold everything I had in game, and then bought all those trophies with like.
Yeah, fuck it, get the platinum.
Yeah, I just thought, you know what, fuck it, I'll get the platinum. Like, what's there for me to lose?
Respect.
Yeah, dignity.
Dignity and respect. No, I agree. I think it should have it because there are people who genuinely enjoy doing these esoteric things, and it's a nothing reward. Like it doesn't take anything extra. It's not content. It's just a little tracker.
Yeah, but I mean, like, don't get me wrong. I would love for them to have an achievement or trophy system, but I feel like it sort of goes against Nintendo's image in some ways. When Nintendo are all about, like, just having fun and all that rather than...
Yeah, but then Nintendo has, like, some of the most esoteric secrets in their games. Like, at the same time. So I don't think it goes against the image. I think that, like, Nintendo just doesn't want to foster the super toxic kind of competitiveness of PlayStation and Xbox. Like, no offense to the PlayStation and Xbox people, but there is, like, a toxic side to, like,
absolutely
the console war that Nintendo just doesn't try to foster.
Yeah, don't forget, Nintendo used to have, like, some of the hardest titles out there. On the TV Tropes page, sorry.
Oh yeah, Nintendo Hard.
Yeah, TVTropes.com, there's a trope called Nintendo Hard, which is what
that's back then. That's back when, like, SNES days. We're talking about NES, SNES days, like Battletoads and shit.
Yeah, like, even though it was, like, back then, they still had that title.
Oh, yeah, they still definitely did. Like, Nintendo games don't fuck around a lot of the time, but, like, I understand where Sharps is coming from. To a general audience, Nintendo was kind of like the more, like, family-friendly, casual kind of gaming side of things.
But at the same time, they should, like, appeal to, like, the broader perspective as well. So, like, there's a lot of hardcore gamers on, like, Nintendo, as we've all might have seen on, like, Twitter and all, and YouTube. Like, we've seen people go balls in with Breath of the Wild. Like, there's stuff in that game I have not seen before.
Dude,
like,
if Breath of the Wild had, like, just a thing, like an achievement system, and it just gave it to you for, like, completing every shrine, I think a lot more people would have done it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, even though that game has, like, one save file, if there was an achievement system, it would have given me more of an incentive to keep going. Because all I did was basically get all the memories, kill Calamity Ganon, see the true ending, the end, bought the DLC later, haven't even touched that yet, but yeah.
Alright, no, I didn't even have the Breath of the Wild DLC.
Yeah, it's like $30 or something?
Yeah, it's not super expensive.
Nah, far from.
You get a motorbike.
Oh yeah, but you have to beat.
How many shrines
boss.
were there in Breath of the Wild?
Oh my god.
Sorry to interrupt there.
So fucking many.
It's fucking alright. I want you guys to guess.
120.
135.
Alright, so 120 and 135. There are 120, so you got it.
Yeah, boy.
Fuck. Then they gave you more for DLC.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
no,
Oh.
they didn't. They gave you the hardest fucking thing in the world, apparently.
Yeah, the hardest boss in the game as well.
Didn't they add like a difficulty mode?
Yeah, the master mode or something.
Master
like
mode. There's a line along the first area.
that. Yeah. But no, seriously, like, Nintendo, I still do think they need, like, an achievement system. Because, like, it's also, like, as I said, it gives people an incentive to keep playing. And
Could you imagine 100%ing Mario Odyssey? Fucking shit would be awesome.
Oh, that would be fucking sick. I would get the 300 moons just to get a platinum.
Yeah, exactly. Like it adds a tiny bit more incentive with just the bragging rights.
Oh yeah, like they even need to add more things other than just like achievements. Like, do you remember how customizable the 3DS was and how vibrant it was?
Oh, themes. I wish that the Switch would add more themes.
Yeah, it wasn't just themes that you could see like how many times you've played the game. Like, you can see how long you've played the game in more accurate detail than the Switch.
I will give the Switch this. Its eShop is by far the best one.
Oh yeah. Other than
I'm sorry, wait, what was that?
The eShop is by far the best one.
As in across Nintendo or across?
Yeah, across Nintendo.
Okay, well you meant it was better than the PSN store and the Xbox store.
Oh, the PSN store is fucking garbage.
No, on the PS5 it's fixed.
It's amazing in the PS5.
So
Hey guys, I don't have that, so it matters nothing to me.
So all 4 people who aren't scalpers and own PS5s,
yes,
they're enjoying it.
Okay, cool. That's not many people.
It's
no, the PSN store, like the PlayStation 4 PSN store, is so bad that like it overloads.
Yeah.
The fact that like if you just spend too much time just browsing titles, it will just crash.
On my old PS4, if I quit out of it too quick, it lags the whole console.
Yeah, no, the PSN store fucking sucks. The eShop for the Switch is fantastic. I like the fact that they put games on there, 3DS and Wii U.
Oh.
The amount of titles in the 3DS and Wii U that just don't have eShop entries at all is fucking astounding.
Not just that, the eShop on the Switch saves to your account.
Yes, it does.
Because on the 3DS, the
it did
Wii
not.
and the Wii U, that was just system exclusive. If you deleted that shit, it's gone for good. You gotta buy it
that's
again.
garbage. Yeah. If you delete that shit and lose your account like I did, you just lose all your Wii U games.
Yep. Garbage. Hated that system.
Very bad system. Sorry to interrupt, but I think we should talk about the fact that there is a single player Among Us.
What?
Huh?
It's called Notia. It's on the Switch, and it's a single player Among Us.
I actually really am curious about that now.
It is a anime style VM, and it's the craziest fucking thing I've ever seen. It's really cool, actually.
I think you might have lost Charles when you said anime.
Dude, it's on the Switch. The 99% of the games.
Fine.
Listen, my dude. Excuse me. What's your favorite Zelda game?
Me?
Yeah.
Hyrule Warriors, the first
Yeah,
one.
and you're gonna tell me you don't like fucking anime? Shut the hell up.
I'm joking. The only Zelda game I've actually played to completion is Breath of the Wild.
Nobody loves Hyrule Warriors.
Except Age of Calamity, that shit is fine.
Yeah, no, I've heard it's good. I've heard Persona 5 Strikers is also good. Muso games are getting good, apparently.
Oh, Strikers is... Before I came on, I had just beaten the final boss of Strikers, so...
You beat the boy.
Yeah, so as soon as I finish this podcast tonight, I'm watching that ending. And then crying on the inside.
Alright, now, I spent the first half of this podcast just ranting. Now it's time for Josh and Anf to rant. What do you guys think about the new Pokemon games?
Oh.
Me and Anf we're on Team Good Games.
Oh, yeah.
We're on Team Very Good Games.
As soon as I saw the trailer for Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, or Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl.
Yes.
Yeah. I shed tears.
Dude, they could have called it Pokemon Shining Diamond, and I would have actually lost my shit.
Pokemon Diamond and Pearl were my first Pokemon games. Just Pokemon Diamond. That was my first Pokemon game ever. Because I started late to the party. So it holds a very special place in my heart, and it has a lot of sentimental value. But other than that, Pokemon Legends, son.
Oh my god, it looks so cool. It looks really cool. Everyone's been telling me that it looks awful, and I don't believe them, because I saw the trailer and I thought it looked fucking cool.
It looked fucking amazing. Even though you could say, it's taken steps from, other open world games and shit.
No, I've heard people say, it doesn't look as good as, say, a game like Breath of the Wild or Xenoblade. I don't know why Xenoblade has become the bloody bar.
It sets a pretty high bar.
Yeah, that's not a bar, that's the bloody best looking game on the Switch.
That's the thing, it's an extremely high bar.
That's like going, oh god, not every game on the PlayStation looked like Metal Gear Solid 5, why even play it?
Metal Gear Solid 5 wasn't even the bar of the PS5.
No, but it looked good, goddamn.
Oh yeah. But Pokemon Legends, the fact that you can there's more overworld actions you can take,
exploring
you can roll.
and shit. It looks really fun. I'm looking forward to it. I enjoyed Sword and Shield, so I'm pretty open minded that this will be fun. And I'm not too heavily invested in graphics.
Yeah. And
it's just not as important to me.
For those who are very into the modern JRPG sort of tropes, yeah, battle transitions are gone.
Yeah, you fucking happy now?
Yeah, so you don't have to have those, get that little swell. No, it's just into the battle. Fucking.
No, fuck you. That's the shit. Play Bravely Default too.
That's next on my list, personally.
Yes, it's next. Speaking of Xenoblade, have you guys? Did you guys know that Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is no longer in print?
What?
So Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is they're not making any more copies of it. So can you guess what happened to the price when that happened?
It cranked the fuck up.
Each copy of the game is about $125.
Can you still get it digitally?
Yes, you can.
Well, know what I'm doing.
Yeah, no, if you're gonna get it, definitely get it digitally because retailers will just not have it anymore.
That's the fate of just JRPGs. That just happens to it much earlier.
That's the fate of Atlas games usually.
Yeah, usually when it comes to AAA games, it's usually well-known titles that just last a heap longer than any other.
Well, they usually have they print so many of them that even at the death of the console, there's still like hundreds of them.
Yeah, but the scary thing is, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is like one of the most popular JRPGs on the Switch, and that's...
Yeah, it's good. I was going to ask Anf, would you give it your recommendation?
Absolutely. It's just
you make
if
a
you
grind
don't
spot
like,
on it.
if you can't handle your attacks not connecting, like consistently, then it's probably not for you because it's not an action RPG.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest here. I got Xenoblade Chronicles X like 5 years ago for my Wii U. And I could not fucking handle the fact that how the combat was.
Yeah.
I think I was fighting a crab, and the fact that I was like running away actively, and it was still hitting me, even though I was like on the edge of the bloody battlefield. I was like, this fucking sucks.
Oh yeah, it's the attacking in that game. Like it's not, as I said, it's not an action RPG.
No, it's more like an MMO battle system, which weirds me out.
Yeah, it's more like an MMO. I'd say it's more like without saying like MMO, but it's basically just a real-time RPG. So think along the lines of, say, Final Fantasy 12, Dragon Age Origins, maybe Inquisition. I think that
I
sort of line.
I haven't seen... Yeah, no, I know what you mean. I'm not a big fan of that kind of combat.
Yeah, I get what you mean. It's, I guess, yeah, as I said, if you can't handle that sort of thing, it's probably not for you. But if you love if you love that sort of combat and you're in for it, yeah, give it a try. Also,
straight to
how do you
feel about her in have that pirate in Smash?
I tried them out.
Holy shit, they're busted.
They are fucking broken. Holy
they're
shit.
broken as hell. They're so strong.
I tried. All I did was not transform to Mithra and just kept on playing Pyro.
Oh really? I find Mithra more fun to play.
Oh, I love Mithra.
Are they both from 2?
Yep.
Okay.
They are. Okay, I'm not gonna say it's spoilers.
No, don't spoil it because I might get to eventually.
Yeah. All I can say is the combat in 2. One more thing, or two more things I'm about to say. It's some of the most complicated battle systems out there. So if you do not pay attention to the tutorial, you're gonna get fucked.
No. Trevor Conrad put out like a tips video, and he was like, "Never listen to the tutorial. I am your tutorial."
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, "Oh, okay."
I played the game. I didn't know how to play the game until like 10, 20 hours in. And once you get used to the battle system,
we've wrapped back around to Destiny.
All I can say is that battle system is tight, like chef's kiss.
It's tight as shit.
Another thing about recommending this battle system, or like I guess a warning, if you can't handle like a lot of battle screaming, like like calling out your attacks, or people go, "Woo, good, nice hit." I don't think it's for you either. That shit.
I've played Fire Emblem. I'll be fine.
Think of it more like Tails screaming.
I played Abyss. Fine.
Yeah, but then again, in the earlier games, it's not as bad. Like the future games, like Berseria. Oh no, you'll be hearing battle screams every 2 seconds.
Yeah. Okay, here's a fun thing that we can do to wrap it up. If we could port one game to the Switch this year, what would it be?
Madwell.
I think you said that last time. Huh?
Xenoblade X or Cross.
Xenoblade X?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Tales of Symphonia Collection.
I could see that.
Dude, I could actually see that being on there. No, I really want it, because Tales of Symphonia 2 is one of my favourite Tales games.
Oh yeah, if you ever own like Tales of Symphonia Collection, don't sell it, because if it's on don't sell it unless they come out with it, because all I can say is you know how Tales of Symphonia is on Steam?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, the second game's not on Steam.
No, it's not.
I've got the second game.
I've still got my Wii copy of it.
Yeah, the second game hasn't left the Wii and the PS3, so if you want to play that game, keep your PS3.
Yeah. Hey, we've been going for about 50 minutes, so I think Charbel, take us out with our new intro.
What? Wait, what?
Our new outro, do it.
Yeah, shut up.
Thank you for listening. Anf is not a legal citizen of Australia. Josh now owns a house, so he's voting Liberal.
Oh, God.
I am doing this against my will because I didn't have an outro planned. We are signing off. Bye.
Alright, see you guys.
Laters.
Night.